I'll be ranking to a battle game in 5 seconds to 12. And I will be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. And for those of you curious, yes, I'm watching it off of Crunchyroll's website. Whoa! More like that woman ruined her own life. I gotta admit, I love her determination right there. He's actually one of the characters that actually can root for earnestly every episode. I love it when characters collide their fists like that. Oh, fuck. Yo, it's crazy. I almost shattered the bones. I mean, hey, at least she broke the dude's up. It's just a shame that for the final episode, they gotta still resort to CG. Because he looks like he's from a... Because I was kind of like someone being lenient because I'm like, it's not the final episode. But considering this is not the final episode, I was somewhat expecting hand-drawn beauty from start to finish. Not atrocious looking CGI. And saying that, it's still a good moment for her at the very least. To see her determination and not wanting to drop is fucking badass. Oh. Oh, my. I like how she's got biting the words. Because I love these moments when characters not only just dominate their characters in battle, I love how they also dominate them through their words, too. It just makes fights more interesting to follow. That's a good point because even though, yes, someone could pass it off saying that they don't feel pain in a lot of distressful emotional situations, that's just a person trying to pull on a strong front when at times they do feel a string of emotional pain. And I love this bit here too because it acknowledges that not everyone is going to be able to be saved. It's realistic in that approach. And this would actually be one of her biggest victories in the series if she can actually finish the job. Again, like this moment's cool and all, but it's like the animators just fuck up every epic moment because it's the last episode for fuck's sake. Like, I'd understand if, you know, I understand if it was like maybe the second to last episode, third to the last episode, but I'm like, geez, this is the last episode. You're supposed to go balls to the wall deep in making the most epic looking fight. But nah, they can't even do like a reaction animation with the man's body reacting after he gets hit. I can only hope that at the very least the series can have a good. Now, who am I kidding? It's not gonna have a good conclusion. It's probably gonna have one of those bullshit. Read the manga endings. Like I've seen in so many fucking anime this year. And since the anime ended in July and it's already December, yeah, the odds of a season 2, I highly doubt they're gonna be there. But hey, you know what? Honestly, most of the problems in the series have to mostly do with the animation staff fucking up, essentially. And it has less to do with the writing because the writing, I mean, I honestly don't hate the writing that much. I actually think there are moments where it's good, and I think Akira's a cool character, and I really love Yuri a lot. Okay, now it's back. Like, even when you see the fist, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like her hand is completely made of plastic. Oh! Yeah, there's no way she's going to be able to just simply walk that off anytime soon. Oh, shit. Huh? Oh. Okay, that's kind of... If that's the case, why did her boy do something as fucking stupid as letting him live? Oh my god, no. Or who knows, maybe it's some kind of super plan from Akira. But honestly, no, I honestly can't believe that Akira would be this dumb enough to... I mean, this dude made all these plans to defeat this motherfucker, yet he didn't have the forward thinking of killing this bastard when he had the chance. It wouldn't have taken him more than like 10 seconds to just stab him in the fucking throat. Are you fucking kidding me? He unnecessarily made it harder for Yuri than it had to be. Akira, they made Akira a fucking dumbass because he would have resolved this if he would have just killed the leader of Team Red. I'm just saying. And in the way, this is bad because now it makes Yuri like a complete jobber, because this could have been an amazing moment for Yuri to achieve a victory by herself, to take on an epic, uber powerful individual like Ogami, and the Ridders just take it away. That is straight up bad writing, because not only does it make Yuri a jobber, it takes away a great moment from her. It makes Akira stupid and not finishing off the leader of Team Red. And it's probably going to set up an ugly looking fight scene with CGI. Bravo series. I honestly, going in, I was expecting that the animators were at the very least going to shout this episode. Thought there was going to be a grandiose finale with good writing. And it's already been 8 fucking minutes. And it already has all this shabby writing. Fuck. He's got a point. Yeah, that makes sense, which makes Akira's decision to not completely finish off Kuro even dumber, because it's like we're talking about a death game where people have abilities. It's not going to make things right, but at the very least, it's going to make the sour taste in my mouth be a little bit better if Ogami and Akira's fight scene at the very least looks really good. Oh, that's a pretty fucked up way of waking someone up. Honestly, Yuri, it's not your fault. It's Akira's fault for not finishing off Girl, when he had the chance. The dude was on the fucking floor. Vulnerable. Good lord, I don't know why they make protagonists in these tough game anime stupid sometimes. It ain't just this series that did it. Darwin's Game did it too, when the main character had an opportunity of finishing off his assailant, and he just let the assailant go because stupidity, that's why. And then I remember another death game anime series. Oh, Planet Man doing some similarly stupid shit. And it's airing this season. For some reason, a lot of death game anime have to be fucking dumb. Not all of them, though, but most of them do. And a shame, too, because this year, Squid Game actually premiered this year, and that's an example of a death game show that had amazing writing from start to finish. And also Battle Royale was a death game movie done in Japan that was also amazing. Well, at least the first one. Well, with the variety of abilities that the boys got to work with, I could see why he'd have been worried about Akira to a large extent. I kind of like this here. It shows you how much his bond with Yuri was really strong. I just love it instantly when it goes about the battle mode. It goes instantly to like that shitty looking CGI monstrosity. And I'm not going to hold back any punches. It's the last fucking episode. Of all the times to skimp on the budget, you don't do it in the first and last episode of the series. You just don't fucking do that shit. The thing is, Akira's in a situation that a lot of people are watching him. He's going to have a variety of abilities. He's going to be able to utilize the cannon and a variety of other abilities. So this is actually the best environment for him to partake in. And they just skip from it. They don't even do any cool looking slow motion. Wait! Oh, okay. I thought for a second they were just going to pan away from the fight scene. That'd have been fucking bullshit. That's a good point. True, so don't look at cross counter. He could sort of utilize Ogami's momentum against him, too. Deatte. Again, even though I would have loved to have seen the animation of his stomach move, at least for that one hit, it wasn't atrocious CGI. So I guess that's where the budget went. I'll give this to you some credit, though. At least when it comes to Ogami and Kuro's backstory, at least they did a decent job in building it up so that Ogami and Kuro didn't go down like bona fide scrubs. Because those two could have been handled way worse. All things considered. Okay, this is like the fucking Juggernaut if he's gonna be able to still survive after receiving a hit like that. Oh, never mind. Looks like he got defeated then. All right, at the very least, Ogami gained a little bit of his sense of humanity right before he died. I gotta admit, that's actually a great way of sending off his character to the credit of the episode. Hell yeah. And honestly, it's well fucking deserved too. But I'm just wondering what they're going to do with the blue team, though. Because now that they've taken care of the red team, I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm going to be surprised if that shifty lady goes on to the blue team. Yeah, they didn't get close to each other. But I know they're all fucked up. It's probably taking them a lot of effort just to stay up right now. I like this because not only that it shows you the amount of faith that Akira had in Yuri, it shows you the amount of faith that Yuri had in Akira too. Oh, this one we tried. Damn it! You should have let them have more fun. I mean, hey, might as well go along with their whims. But what you're gonna want them to do though? That's the bigger question. The thing is, well, even if he traces him to the war, how is he going to deal with Mion's absurd abilities, though? Oh, this shifty fucking dude. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. He has to be a man of his word. Oh! Whoa! He also already using the knowledge and disadvantage if he goes up against blue team. I like how this is one of the few bits where our boys completely outplanned and outmaneuvered. I'm pretty sure the leader of Team Blue is figuring out that he's thinking all this too. What an absolute Chad. Oh, so maybe he has a similar ability. Oh, shit. Yeah, what is your little fuck here? Oh, he obviously wants his points for one. I kind of like this, at least when it comes to him. Okay, that's gangster as fuck. Well, he's got no choice but to agree to his terms. If anything, it's going to be favorable towards Aka if he can work with Omato somehow. All right. I actually like Otamo. The thing is, you got to realize that he can't be perfect in every scenario. Oh, hold on a minute, Jody. Well, he's got some Team Blue members that have amazing scouting abilities. That's my guess. No, don't tell me it's a dream within a dream. That'd be some fucking bullshit. No, it can't be. Or maybe it can. But no, seriously though, if literally the series is like, oh yeah, it's all a dream, nothing happened, I'll be like, bullshit. Hope it's one of those that does that. But who knows? Maybe it's just set up for another plot point. Yo, for a second, I thought there was going to be some people coming out of that car putting our boy in danger. And that'd have been fucking crazy. I mean, I'm not going to blame him for wanting at least a bit of escapism in his life, though. Considering how life can be sometimes, who wouldn't want at least a bit of escapism from time to time? Oh, snap. But in saying now, it's making me wonder, how did you get back to the city, though? Like, don't get me wrong, this is a nice little bit where he's reuniting with Yuri. I mean, that's fucking adorable. But Moren's going to be asking, how the fuck did this happen, though? You know? I do like the feeling like, okay, I thought for a second I was going to be like, that's it? Definitely it's like, feels like a read the manga ending, though, which, are you really serious? Well, I mean, I guess it's the hot thing nowadays when it comes to anime. They just have, a lot of them have the whole read the manga or read the light novel ending, which really, really irks the fuck out of me. I'm assuming that since they still have the green markings, my guess is they're still, yeah, they're definitely still in the game. It's probably just going to be some kind of like new gimmick that's part of the program that they're going to be participating in. Yeah, I wonder what's the deal with that shifty looking dude, though. He has a pretty damn baller character design, if you ask me. I love the way Yuri's looking at him. That's cute the way he tries to comfort him. Aww. Oh, Shamir. Oh, okay. I gotta admit, Mion's appearance was kind of cool. I was hoping it'd actually be a preview of the next season, you know? And saying that, this final episode pissed me the fuck off, though, because even though, yes, there were positives, and let me start out with the positives first. The positives were, I did like the fact that with the blue leader, he showed off to be on the similar intellect level of our boy Akira. And I did love the fact that you do have Yuri acknowledge that not everyone can be saved, like when she completely defeated Ogami. And seeing Team Red taken down was so damn gratifying. And I love how when it comes to Otomo, you have the characterization and when he's straight up like wants to annihilate Mion. So I love how he's a character with his own set goals. It makes him dynamic from a character standpoint. So pretty much the upsides have to do with from a character standpoint. But there are fucking downsides in this episode I'm not going to ignore. And one of them involves a negative from the character's side. And that is, they made Akira fucking stupid when he didn't cut the throat of Kudo earlier, because it's like, dude, even though, yes, you were able to handle the situation properly, if you would have ended Kudo's life, you wouldn't have put Yuri at the risk of being killed by Ogami. So that's what made the whole situation stupid, because it's like, why unnecessarily put the risk of the woman that loves you and that would lay down their life for you at risk? It's just fucking dumb. And boy, I'll say, oh, well, in the McCabe and everything was resolved because the day was saved. I'm like, okay, Well, that was just convenient that the day was saved. Had things gone completely south, then Yuri would have been dead, and our boy would have lost a big asset. And he would have been shed of luck because he'd have lost a powerful ally too. So that's what really made it stupid, because the Akira that was able to make super detailed plans a few episodes ago to take down Kuro couldn't have foresaw the possibility of Kuro utilizing his points to try to disable the abilities of Yuri. I just find it to be kind of stupid overall. And normally, Akira's the smartest character in the series. So that's the thing. They made him uncharacteristically stupid in that specific bit in the episode. And that's why I thought the writing for that specific part, it was straight up shabby. And y'all can't tell me otherwise. It was fucking shabby. And speaking of which, even though, yes, there were positives in Ultima being a cool character, I liked his introduction. It really pissed me the fuck off that the fighting looked like dog shit. I was willing to, like, somewhat accept that episode 11 looked like shit, because I'm like, all right, at least they'll make the final confrontation between Ogami and the other members of Green Team look fucking great. No, that'll fuck that up by making Ogami look like a plastic PS2 graphics. And before I said, well, Anime Caveman, Ogami's always been under the CGI. But it's the last fucking episode, for fuck's sake. Even anime like that have highly detailed CGI, and this series does not have highly detailed CGI. But even anime with highly detailed CGI, like Love Live Superstar and Selection Project, that use really good CGI at the middle of their episodes, eventually have beautifully rendered 2D animation for the last episode. This series couldn't even bother to see effort from the animators. And speaking of which, even when there was 2D, like when Akira did his dodge, you can tell it was lacking in key frames. So it looked fucking awful. It looked like one of those video games that wasn't optimized for a fucking console. And I mean that in the worst possible way. Which really killed the excitement levels I had going into the last episode of the series, which makes the whole thing a fucking letdown. Because when this series started out, it had lots of potential. But the animators ruined that potential. I'd say the only positives, because the visuals and the script were bad, was the voice acting and the music was good. But I'd say overall, though, if I had to rate the episode, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. It was dog shit. Especially since it rushed, because literally, how can you go from them being put into stretcher to them being now, oh yeah, they were transported into the city that they originated from? That kind of pissed me off too. It's like it's going from point A to point C while skipping point B. And I hate it when anime do that bullshit. And that's why, taking into consideration the whole thing, if I don't rate the last episode on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to rate the series overall and here's using my scale of 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional. I'm going to give it straight up a 4.75 out of 10 for below average, because honestly, this series does not deserve a rating that's above average. Fuck no, it doesn't. Because for one, most of the fights in this series look like utter a dog shit, and y'all can't deny that. And I would have been more lenient if they would have at least landed the final episode of the series. But this series couldn't even bother to make its last showing look good, which is a damn fucking shame. And aside from like the episode really pissing me off and the series overall having really bad fight sequences, here's another faulting in the series. The only characters that really had good characterization were just Yuri and Akira. That's it. A lot of the minor bits of the cast were underutilized, like that wrestler dude. It's like when he was utilizing his combat capabilities a few episodes ago, it felt like they stupefied him, which is a damn shame. And here's something I don't like about the series. Even though, yes, I love how intelligent Akira is, I don't like how during this series they sometimes stupefied other characters just to build up Akira. Like, for example, he came up with all the plans for Team Green. It'd have been nice if the leader of Team Green, well, before our boy was made the leader, it'd be nice if the leader of Team Green was able to come up with plans on his own so that at the very least, it'd be like, okay, at least it isn't Akira thinking of every plans, but it feels like every single time that's a problem, it's like the man's like, yeah, fam, we'll just have Akira resolve this shit. Which, don't get me wrong, yes, I understand is the main character, but even that whole thing of having Akira almost do everything really crippled the fuck out of this episode, because you gotta look at it this way. They took away a potentially cool moment from Yuri and having her finish off Ogami, and they gave it to Akira instead. I'm like, for fuck's sake, they gave Akira an epic moment in taking down Kuro. Couldn't they have at least given Yuri a moment of taking down Ogami at the very least? I think Yuri deserved that. And that's what I'm talking about. I love Akira, but the Akira wink was too strong. It doesn't spread up the moments enough between the supporting cast. Before I'll say shit like, well, the glasses chick had a moment where she took down that old lady, and Yuri had opportunities of taking down some parts of characters. I'm like, no, that's not good enough. They really should have given Yuri that moment to take down Ogami. And doing that, it pretty much jobbed Yuri, which is a shame because she had so much buildup. And that's where I felt the episode had flaws. And the series itself had flaws. And don't even get me started on the animation. Oh, I already talked about the animation quality. You already know my thoughts. Save for like maybe the first episode, it's been atrocious for the most part. And it's a damn shame considering that this is an action survival series. A higher animation budget could have definitely elevated a lot of the sequences in the anime itself, but unfortunately, though, that isn't the case. And saying that, the only consistent positive was the voice acting. But overall, I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional. I'm going to be honest with y'all, I got to rate it straight up a 4.75 out of 10 for a below average. It just barely misses the 5 mark, because aside from all this, the other damning thing is it has the read the manga ending. And since it's been 5 months after the series ending and there's no season 2 announcements in sight, I'm just going to assume that it's never going to get a season 2. Now, if by some miracle it gets a season 2, then I'll bump up my score to a 5 out of 10 for average. Because at the very least, that'll give me the hope that I can finish off the story. But as it stands, I can't give it an average rating because, again, shabby animation. The ending is the read the manga ending. They stupefied everyone else for the sake of Akira in the series sometimes. And they stupefied Akira for that small bit in the last episode. And due to these inconsistencies, I can, in good conscience, give this series a good rating. And saying that, though, it kind of does make me curious to check out the manga, though, because I'd imagine them, even though, yes, some of the shabby running of the series is still going to be there, I'm assuming the manga does some cool shit in comparison to the anime. But yeah, these are my other thoughts on the series. I thought it was a disappointment, but in saying that, there were bits that entertained me. And that's why I'm not going to give it a 3 or a 2 out of 10 rating, because I'm still entertained, but damn, it was a disappointment. But anyways, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Thank you very much, and I made a dojo for comments on live chat. Everyone else, thank you very much for watching my video, and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.